pretty sure, you feel what I'm saying, as black people, we had a room that we could not go into, or it was a certain item that you cannot like touch. So my example is, it's a recliner that my mom has and I cannot touch it. You feel what I'm saying? If I touch it, she gonna know that I touched it. Room you cannot go into. You can admire it, but you can't touch it. So that's an example with a church. You may not think that you belong in the room because you feel like you're not worthy enough of it. You feel like you have done so much wrongs in your life that if you walked into a church, you wouldn't be accepted. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, don't be rude, girl. Hit that like and subscribe button because you already know you're going to love this channel. Period. And like I say in all these videos, you feel what I'm saying, please check out my description box because I have playlists for you to join along within my journey or watch my journey. I have the church teachings playlist. Now I have the business playlist and the self-care playlist. You feel what I'm saying? That's something to do. If you guys haven't checked out that video, check it out. You feel what I'm saying? It's in the playlist. Yeah. Enough about me. We're going to continue along with this video so you can start your journey today or watch my journey today. So as you can tell by the title, we are doing church teachings again. Like I literally always say in this video, y'all probably like, girl, like, duh, we see the title. But we're going to talk about the Lord is our good Father. When I'm going through life's journey, ask God, who is he in certain situations? God is the friend that I need. I don't need to choose like we do in the real world. We choose our friends like for different things. Like one for listening and one for just going out and just having fun and all that different type of stuff. But God is all that we need because God is literally everything in one. So in today's video, we are going to be reading from Luke chapter 15, verse 11 through 32. Jesus continued, there was a man who had two sons. The younger one said to his father, Father, give me my share of the estate. So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had, set off for a distant country, and there squandered his wealth in wild living. After he spent everything, there was a severe famine, whatever that is, in that whole country. He began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country who sent him to his fields to feed pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. When he came to his senses, he said, how many of my father's hired servants have food to spare, and here I am starving to death. I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. So he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and filled with his compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. The son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father said to the servants, quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. So they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, the older son was in the field when he came near the house. He heard music and dancing. So he called one of his servants and asked him what was going on. Your brother has come, he replied, and your father has killed the fattened cow because he has him back safe and sound. The older brother became angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded with him. But he answered his father, look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders, yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours was squandered, your property with prostitutes comes home. You killed the fattened calf for him. My son, the father said, you are always with me and everything I have is yours. We had to celebrate and be glad because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. So what we're going to start off talking about is, I'm pretty sure, you feel what I'm saying, as black people, we had a room that we could not go into, or it was a certain item that you cannot like touch. So my example is, it's a recliner that my mom has and I cannot touch it. You feel what I'm saying? If I touch it, she gonna know that I touched it. Or it could be something like, okay, your grandma's house, right? And you had that plastic couch that nobody sits on. That's another example too. Room you cannot go into. You can admire it, but you can't touch it. So that's an example with a church. You may not think that you belong in the room because you feel like you're not worthy enough of it. You feel like you have done so much wrongs in your life that if you walked into a church, you wouldn't be accepted. We have walked by rooms we thought we wasn't good enough to sit in. And God wants you to be in that room. Because everybody makes mistakes. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody is not perfect. God knows that everybody is literally not perfect. God wants you to come as who you are. You feel what I'm saying? And not fake it. Because God already knows anyway. He's not worried of you fixing it all and stuff like that. God wants to help you fix it. Luke explains the character of God, right? So the two sons had different lives. One of them was faithful and the other one wanted to go like his own path. But to go through life in our own paths. You feel what I'm saying? And not God's path. One of the sons is literally us. That's an example. And one of the sons had came to their senses. We tend to want to go through life in our own path. Eventually we will come to our senses and go to God. So going to our senses, remember we read on verse 17 when it says, when he come to his senses, he said da 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 da. Literally, we always come to a point in life where we come to our senses and we realize what we are doing is actually wasting our time. Literally, we're wasting our time and we don't know everything. Then the son decides to come home. He decides to return home. And what is home? God. So now we're going to talk about 3 things that show the character of God. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is God is ready for your return. He is not waiting for you to figure it all out or to clean up your own life. Like we read on verse 20. I'm going to skip this. So he got up and went to his father. What I'm going to read is the next one. So, but while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. See, that literally shows the character of God, that he was ready for his return. Then the second one, he loves the son that returned. So he was accepted and protected. So, like we're going to read on the next one is verse 22. He said, but the father said to his servants, quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. That shows that he literally loves his son. Then I also want to say Jesus now is telling us his character, which he was filled with compassion for him and hugs and kisses, da da da. So, yeah. Then the third thing I'm going to be talking about is he recognizes where I've been and he still accepts me. The Father still wants to use me, the gifts and the power. Even when you mess up, you know what I'm saying? He still wants to help you. That's literally a loving God. Like, he still wants to show up in our lives even when we mess up from time to time. Because like I said in the other video of like the sheep and the shepherd, God look at us as sheep. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we are wandering and we are lost. That's how God looks at us. He's not looking at us to be perfect or to be just like him. You know what I'm saying? Even though our goal and our mission is to really be like him, but honestly and truthfully, we can't always be like him. Even always will mess up. This whole video, you should learn that God is not looking for you to be perfect. That's literally the ending of this video. This video probably not even 10 minutes tops, for real, because this was really like a very short video. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said in the beginning of the video, make sure to check out my description box of different playlists that I have. I hope you guys have a nice and wonderful day. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!